That's not some crazy thing that, oh, it's an invasion of their privacy. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if he goes to school and brings a gun, well, the first thing you going to say is, well, where were the parents? What were the parents doing? I was giving him his privacy like y'all told me to. Yep. All right. Yeah, we good. Yeah.
Yo,
We are the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
fuck that shit, dog.
And we back on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, evening.
That's what it is.
Woo. I'm your boy Veezy,
Qurious is here.
and we got that good ass XFL football game playing in the background. Playoff time is ensuing.
Yep.
Today's episode is brought to you by this brown ass drink.
Brought to you by Hennessy.
Oh damn, you got the thing.
I did that on purpose.
Nigga gonna have to have a whole black ass screen. I'm like, nigga, no, you is not endorsed by these motherfuckers, man. They have, y'all gotta take that video down. It's free promotion.
Free
No,
promotion.
nigga. Hey, it is what it is, man. Let's get right into it, dog.
Right into it.
We had to cut last week's episode short a little bit, so we didn't get to go over last week's quoted question of the day. So we're
Right.
bringing it up today.
Yes,
And
sir.
the question of the day was, why isn't Twister considered one of the best? No, considered the best to ever do it.
I would say is that he never put out that title himself. He never carried himself as if I'm that standalone nigga. Like, we knew he could rap fast. We
When
knew
you
he was
say
cool.
that, what you mean by that?
Well, it's like, okay, some of the guys who we were claimed to be the best always said they was the best. DMX always said he was the best. Jay-Z always said he was the best. Um,
Lil Wayne,
Lil Wayne always say he the best. So somewhat, it's like it's in your mind.
T.I. called himself the king of the
King.
South.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like Twister
Yeah.
was like on some. I rap really good. I'm really good at what I do. I make good albums, good songs, but he ain't never
But
like.
then to offset that,
Mhm.
he in the Guinness Book of World Records. So he has actual trophies that says, nigga, you are the best at this.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all right, so basically saying we punishing him for his humility.
Yeah, yeah, man. Simply it's when you have a guy who can rap as good as and clear, like it is not
Yeah.
muffled.
All right. It's fast rappers that they don't really say anything when they rap fast.
0%. Yeah,
Like they're rapping fast, they're rhyming words, but it's not really much substance there. Busta Rhymes is one of them. I love Busta. There ain't no hate, nothing. I absolutely love Busta as an artist, but when he goes into rapping fast, it's not really. He's saying something, but it's not. No, if you broke it down into what he's saying, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not some. God damn, you said that.
no, it's definitely not.
It's like it's pieced together. Eminem, when he raps fast, he ain't really saying shit. It's
No.
just Eminem, and he rapping fast. Tech Nine,
He's clear.
he's clear, and he has it's his lyrics, but that's the way he raps.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Boom. So it's basically when that was your style, you wrote like that, so you were writing shit in there.
right.
That's just like when they were saying that Twista don't really perform his music because he can't remember the shit. Bro, if you writing all them words, like he writing shit. This
Mhm.
nigga's verse on Poe Pimpin',
Classic
one of the best verses ever spit.
ever.
Like if you had a top, we're not gonna do this top 5 because that's a lot of music to go through. You're gonna think of the top. You're gonna think of the first 5 raps that you got memorized.
Right.
But when you think of most influential verses, either on a feature or on a song, that Do or Die Po Pimpin' verse by Twista is got to be at least in everybody's top 10.
Yeah, it stole the show.
It's mentioned by everybody.
Yeah,
You got that verse. You got Lil Kim's verse in Quiet Storm, the remix.
right.
Like it's verses that you can go back and remember. It ain't heard it in years, but if it come on, you know that bitch bar for bar, word for word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that Twisted verse, niggas might not know it word for word because they don't rap that fucking fast, but they know it.
They know it.
They know what they can get out their mouths.
Yeah, man. I mean, to show or to see how he breaks it down or how he's able to use his
shit and nigga looking no dope for chips, but I be spitting more game than the mouth full of
poker chips.
Some hoes with the open lips and the provoking hips and never gotta tell them
Any
any lies.
lies?
I've been looking in the city skies, get up in the kitty stars, and then that's where I fuck up.
But I mean, man, how old is that verse? That verse was out when I was a freshman.
96, 95,
96. Yeah, 96, 97. Freshman in high
that
school.
Shit is old.
And then, I mean, it's
that's
still.
That's damn near 30 years.
And that's a hard-ass verse.
One of the hardest.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like, you never hear him mentioned as GOAT status, Mount Rushmore rappers. Like, all right, fuck right. Yeah, he ain't sell much. You know, he's got platinum albums.
I think Adrenaline Rush went either gold or
Adrenaline Rush did, and then the one he did with Kanye. Not with Kanye, but the one with Play Something These Hoes Alive. With Overnight Celebrity.
Yeah,
I think that went platinum.
Yeah.
You know. So he's got albums, but you didn't go diamond. You didn't, you're not, definitely ain't selling. There's all right. Here's because if you break it down this way, Eminem sold hundreds of millions of records,
right?
But Jay-Z has album after album after album after album after album after album after album. He hasn't had an album, I don't think, that wasn't a number one.
All of them went platinum.
Yeah. But he hasn't sold that much. Like, he goes platinum, but he ain't.
Not as much as him.
Yeah. Nobody really sold as much as him. But if you look at a 50 Cent who sold 11 million on his first record. You know what I'm saying? Twista never had that. So I guess that's why you would consider. But as far as do I believe there's a person on this earth that can rap better than him? Probably not.
The cadence and syllable structure of
the delivery
and the way to do it. I mean,
the flow is different. It's not just
no.
Like he can do that.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
But I heard this nigga say like 10 words before I finished snapping my fingers.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, just good at it, man. But like I said, he never carried himself as if, hey, I'm one of the best rappers in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm one of the best rappers rapping, period. You know what I'm saying? When you think about Chicago, you think Common, you think Chief Keef, you think King Von, you think about all these other people before you even think about Twista. And I mean, that's really, a disservice to who he is as a rapper. You know
I think at a time though, when you thought Chicago, you did think Twista before Chief Keef.
Oh, and I would say that when Overnight Celebrity.
There wasn't really that many rappers from Chicago.
I mean, it's not that.
It's a lot now, but before you had Chance the Rapper and all the young guys that came out of Chicago, there wasn't really that much. You had Common, you had Twista, you had Kanye.
But I mean, I would say early 2000s. Like I said, when you think early 2000s, after some of his success, and then like I said, being with Rockefeller, and being associated with them, you'd be like, okay, Twista is who he is. So, but after that particular release, you didn't really hear much from him. And I mean, shoot, you hear other things about him.
Which release?
The Rockefeller.
Oh yeah,
After that was it.
the one with Overnight Celebrity.
Yeah, he ain't hear much. And like I said, that was a hit. It wasn't like he
Yeah,
dropped something that bomb.
he dropped another one after that. Like he released music, but like yeah,
Kamikaze.
I thought that was Kamikaze.
Okay.
That might be Kamikaze.
Okay.
Like I don't know the album names. I know it ain't Adrenaline Rush is the one that came out during the Poe Pimpin' era, and then Kamikaze
might have been the Rockefeller joint.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. He should be. He should.
Yeah, I give him his credit. Like I said, he is a good rapper, great rapper.
So yeah, that was the question of the day from last week. If y'all feel like chiming in on that, chime in. But let's get to this main topic. I don't know if you saw this video on TikTok and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and it was all over the fucking place. It was a video of a woman happily taking the door off of her daughter's bedroom, and Twitter went crazy because they were talking about how bad of a parent she was and all yada yada yada, and the conversation arose around, is privacy a privilege? Because she said in the video, privacy is a privilege in my house. What's your take on that as far as privacy being a privilege inside your house?
Well, I feel like there's a certain extent of privacy that you're afforded as a person. As far as like, hey, I'm not going in the bathroom with you. You're gonna be able to do that. But as far as like, hey, taking a phone in your room or communicating on these apps with friends and all that stuff, I need to know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want anyone accusing you of doing something that you ain't got no business doing. I need to, be able to defend you if I need to defend you, or I need to be able to tell somebody stop that shit, immediately. So you know what I'm saying. Like there's a certain extent to which privacy should be exercised, but then also being the parent in that house, nah. Like there's stuff you just can't do.
Bro, we grew up like that. Like my parents never had to remove anybody's doors, but then again, you couldn't lock the door.
Yeah,
like what are you in there doing that you gotta lock the door? You know what I'm saying? And like as far as me and my kids, I'm the same way. Like, oh, what are you doing in there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If the door's closed, I'm always knock. I'm not just gonna bust in your room because you could be getting dressed. That's a reason for closed doors. That's a privacy that you're afforded.
Right.
If you that's your room, you get dressed. But in situations like this, if you need to get dressed, you can go in the bathroom, close the door in there.
Right.
Close the door in the bathroom, get dressed, come outside. Because what the fuck did the kid do to get the door taken?
I know. There's got to be a cause for the reaction. So it's like maybe you in there doing something inappropriate. Maybe you lock the door. Maybe you
slam the door a little bit too much.
Cursing, and the parent feel like you disrespecting when you got the door closed. You know what I'm saying? Like there's various reasons, but the way that they're making it seem as though they make it seem like you cannot be a parent anymore. And it's like, no, I still should be able to.
A lot of the people that see, and it's the thing that be fucking with me is a lot of these people that have problems with videos like these. And here's I wouldn't have put that shit on video.
Right.
Like I'm not finna record the shit being all happy and shit about it, dancing and smiling. Yeah. I'm not one of those parents that gets joy out of punishing their kids. It's not fun to me, right? Because why the fuck you on punishment? which means
Yeah.
the fun shit I had planned for you,
We can't do.
we can't do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you want to act an ass.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to. Like I've disciplined my kids various ways. Various ways. I'm not about to put that shit on the internet for everybody to see it.
Yeah.
Like what purpose do that serve?
I know. It's like you're basically like trying to embarrass them on purpose, document it.
Right.
And it's almost like, people seem to want to chime in and be empathetic for the child. And you get that, but at the same time, we never want to know, the why. Why is this person doing that? And if you're going to have videos like this, you need to explain probably what your why
A lot of
is.
them people be jaded because they had parents that were strict. Like, and they either had parents that were strict and they don't have kids, or they had parents that were strict and they have kids and they're trying to overcompensate. Is it overcompensate?
Yeah.
For they trying to not be their parents.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do like my parents did and ground you for every little blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it could bite you in the ass. Cause let me put it this way: when I was a kid, I couldn't stand the shit. Y'all put me on every punishment, whoopings, all that shit, and I was one of them kids that I ain't never gonna do this in the mosque. I ain't never gonna do that.
Hey.
But nigga, now at 40, with 2 kids who got attitudes out the motherfucking my nigga, I'm doing a lot of the stuff that my parents did,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh yeah. I'm way more appreciative uh for my parents, even though I wasn't bad and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I ain't
But
saying I was bad, but
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying
But
like,
it's
nigga,
like
we got in
I get
trouble.
it. Yeah, but it's like, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? You at some point you got to say, nah, you can't do that.
Yeah,
Or nah, you tripping. You need to sit your ass down.
like it's there are some things where a whooping is the only viable punishment.
Oh yeah.
And I ain't talking about beating his ass for hours and hours and hours, bruh. I don't
Nah.
like, nah. A spanking is a spanking.
Yeah, man. Nah.
Pop, 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 draw tears, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what you did wrong. You know why you got this whooping. Sit down, cry it out, and then we'll talk about it. But you had to get the whooping because that was fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then once kids get a certain age, bro, whooping ain't finna do nothing.
Nah.
You got to move on from that and figure shit else out.
Yeah. And I ain't talking about squaring up with your son.
No,
And
I'm
all
not
that
talking
shit like,
about
nigga,
oh,
it's
nigga, we got
just
the
go
box.
time.
Nah,
No, man. At some point, like I said, I tell my son, I say like this, hey, you know what? I know what you expect. You expect me to whoop you. What we gonna do is we gonna correct your behavior and we gonna talk about it. But I'm just gonna let you know, man. Hey, I could beat you, but shit, I want you to know that hey, I'm a little disappointed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that'll, bother them just as much because hey,
nigga, push-ups
mm-hmm.
will
Yeah,
correct plenty of action.
yeah,
Like I was in a band. Nigga hated doing push-ups. How do I stop from having to do push-ups? Do it the fuck the band director asking you to do.
hey,
And do it right. Learn that fucking song.
Learn that shit.
Learn it quickly.
Yeah.
You fucking around. Drop. Shit.
But I mean, but it's real though. Like I said, man, I feel like you can exercise certain kinds of punishment with somewhat thinking in mind, hey, I want this to be a teaching moment, and also I want to correct this behavior from happening again. Like I said, of course, we do the taking away of things, for certain things you might not be doing academically, but also it's like, hey, if you disrespect or do something to a teacher that you know you absolutely is unacceptable, oh, that ass whooping is coming. Like you could just bet, like as you know, the sun's gonna come up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
certain things is just
yeah,
that's the penalty for it,
yeah,
and it's it's been communicated.
yeah. Like you
This
know
is the penalty for
yeah,
that.
the
There's
calm
nothing around that.
the calm before the storm.
I told both my son and my daughter, you do this, this is the penalty. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Mm-hmm.
No, and that offense, I haven't whooped my kids in years. So maybe the threat worked.
Yeah,
They
well,
just don't like getting whoopings, or my kids ain't that damn bad.
yeah. And I mean that could just be it too. They just
You
ain't
know what I'm
doing
like?
bad.
They not bad.
You
That's the
know,
thing. If you tell your kids, this is what I expect. You break this rule, you getting a whooping.
simple.
And that's something that they don't like. I don't do that anyway. Like, all right, cool. We ain't gotta worry
Yeah.
about it.
Well, I did a study, man. There was a study in which I did some research, like where you felt like, okay, if a kid has two parents in the home,
Mm-hmm.
then basically they're expected to do better than somebody who has a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't necessarily the case. It's basically a parent who has expectations. If you
Yeah.
set the bar as to where you want your child to get to, or the standard that you have, then they'll try to meet that standard, and
Mm-hmm.
those kids are generally successful. So I get it. People have their own methods. This is this person who took that door off, but hey, establish that standard, and hopefully those kids that child meets that standard.
Right. And as far as the taking the door off goes, we getting back to that.
Hmm.
Children, like, because you see this argument where like everybody does say, well, children are they're humans too. They're afforded rights and la 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 like everybody else. And I'm like, yeah, outside of this house, they do have rights. Like they are afforded their rights as citizens and to whatever extent that goes. But in my house, I have rules.
Right.
Like y'all, a lot of these parents, they done got out of having rules and they kids just run amok.
Yeah.
That's one of them old ass words, amok, amok, amok. Like
Yeah.
they kids just running amok. Y'all
They
let
do.
them do whatever the fuck y'all want. Y'all
Yeah.
don't have no rules in your house that they need to abide by. Where, bruh, don't lock. There are no locked doors in my house.
None.
The doors have locks on them. Don't use them. In
Yeah.
other houses I've lived in, the bedroom doors didn't have locks. The master bedroom had a lock
Hmm.
because I put one on there.
Right.
But when we moved into the house or the apartment, the doors didn't have locks on them.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, you don't lock the doors in the house because what if I need to get to you? What
Right.
if you in there, you hurt yourself, and we need to get? And I got to break a door down when I
Yeah.
could have just opened
Hmm.
that bitch up.
Yeah. Simple as that.
Yeah, and then also when we talking about privacy in the home, when you talk about privacy, there's a lot of homes where children are afforded too much privacy
Oh yeah.
and they end up
Hurting
being school
themselves.
shooters,
Yeah, and hurting
blowing up
themselves.
shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck are y'all doing in that room? And why, as you, the parent, aren't monitoring what your children are doing in their spaces? That's
And
not that's not some crazy thing that, oh, it's an invasion of their privacy. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if he goes to school and brings a gun, well, the first thing you gonna say is, well, where were the parents? What were the parents doing?
hey, I'm
I
telling
was giving him his privacy like y'all told me to. He
you,
had the
hey,
door locked and I didn't barge in.
how'd he get the
You said
gun?
I couldn't take the door off his hinges. So he was in his room with the door closed and I was giving him his privacy.
Yeah.
I didn't ever go in his room and search his room to make sure he ain't got shit in there.
Yeah. You're like, how'd he get the gun?
Yeah. Where did he get the gun from? Like, nah.
Shoot.
Hey, kid, you come in the house, empty your backpack.
Like you
Show
doing
me
all
what's
that
in your shit.
while they doing
Where's
whatever
your
the
schoolwork
yeah.
before you leave for school?
So
What's
like
in your backpack?
so like while they doing all that shit, this is what the parent is doing. Let me show you. This is what the parent doing.
Twiddling that goddamn phone.
I didn't know he had an AK-47. I didn't know he had a small arsenal in his closet. I didn't know.
Not my son. He couldn't have
He
brought all
couldn't have
those.
done that shit. You know, even though we have MAGA hats and we say "Hail Donald Trump" before we go to bed at night.
Police search your motherfucking house and he got a
Shut
gun,
your stupid ass
a
up.
whole gun closet in his room. He 13 years old. Like, come on, man. Like, and then teenagers. What do y'all expect this lady to do? Again, my only problem with this shit is she put it on the internet.
Yeah, nah, shouldn't do that. Everything's
What
not
if
meant.
the little girl got caught having sex in her room?
Yeah.
Because I know a girl that happened to. They caught her with a boy. I don't know if her and the boy was having sex, but her dad caught her in the room with the door closed. The boy was in the room. Dad said, door gone.
Crazy.
This shit ain't happening no more. And I don't know what, because I obviously don't live there, but I don't know what the conversation was behind that. Yeah, we gonna take your door. You damn sure ain't gonna ever do that in this room ever again. And if you have boys over, y'all for damn sure ain't gonna be up here. Y'all gonna be down here on this couch where I can see y'all. And he can't come over if we ain't here. And if I catch him here while we not here,
it's going down.
It's gonna be a problem.
Hey.
Don't ask to go to prom.
Ever.
Don't ask to go to the school dance. Don't ask to go to the basketball game. You home. Give me the keys to the car. All that shit. All that shit.
Crazy.
I gotta discipline is, bro. What is it? The discipline is I don't have the definition in front of me. I looked it up, but it's basically teaching a set of rules, or the teaching of a set of rules, guidelines, and you basically using punishment and reward to do that.
Right.
You do some bad shit, you get punished. You do good shit, you get reward. And that's how behavior patterns are built.
That's right.
And if there's a pattern of bad behavior, you find ways to correct that through different types of punishment or reward system. Hey, all right. So maybe punishing you hasn't been working. Okay, let's do this. Every time you do this good thing,
you get this.
You get this. Now, if neither works, then you got to figure out what's going on in your child's mind.
Yep.
But outside of that, yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, man. Nah, I ain't tripping about her taking that damn door off.
Where we at?
Snowfall.
Franklin, the illest gangster on TV.
Bruh. How you feel about that finale?
I felt like it was fitting. Because definitely didn't want his demise to come at the hand of a bullet. But being that, hey, we lost
That
all
nigga
that
killed
money.
3 people in that final episode.
He did.
I thought he was gonna catch a bullet.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He could have, but I definitely wanted him to survive. It's crazy how these drug dealer shows kind of make you cheer on the villain, but Franklin was fucked up. Yeah, dog. He just fucked up, man. All about himself, trying to get that money. But hey, I feel like it ended fittingly. I'm glad he got, ended up getting Teddy, having the upper hand on him. I like how Oso left. It was good.
Yeah,
it was good closure.
It's people that, and that's the catch-22 or the downside of these shows is it really does kind of like the black guy always gets the shitty end of the stick,
Yeah.
so to speak. You know, Oso got out. You know, he got away doing whatever he's doing. He might not have millions of dollars, but you know, he ain't got the feds chasing after him, or and he's working. Probably can't come back to America ever again, but he's doing what he's doing.
Hey.
Uh, Louis, she on the run, but thank goodness for her, she found some people that ain't gonna turn her over to the police.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Peaches, man.
Crazy that they just,
They found that nigga.
made that joint.
They found him. This nigga strung out. And out of $5 million. How do you? What do you do with $5 million when you're a crackhead?
Come on. Buy more crack? Yeah.
$5 million worth of crack to just smoke up, shoot up, and like I ain't never been no crackhead, so I don't know the feeling. But god damn, dog.
Hey, I'm telling you.
You got a safe and only got $12K left. What's that?
Nothing. But yeah, I'm with you though, man. He was just on some other stuff, but I guess just to bring closure to all characters, uh, I like that. I like that. They tried to make sure they didn't leave nothing undone. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, because he had a small part, the Peaches character, but well, I actually found him, and then then he like the relationship with the Veronique lady. I thought she was like working for the government. I thought she was working with the government the whole time, and I guess
From the beginning.
Well, I
Because
mean,
she did come out of nowhere.
yeah. And then it was like she talking on the phone, make it seem like she like planning something, and it's like, okay, is she like a double agent trying to get him caught up?
She was talking to her mom.
Yeah, but you didn't know. Sometimes you really thought she might have been like a double agent, but
Yeah, I
but
what you're saying.
but as soon as he put his hands on her, oh, they shit was done. They shit was done. So,
I knew it was a wrap for that money when he put his hands around her neck.
yeah,
I was like, damn, she gone.
She made that withdrawal out of there.
This nigga went to the bank all happy. But see, that's kind of like how his downfall came about. Like, yeah, it was all about the money, but think about it this way: if Teddy never stole the money in the first place, everybody would have been happy. His mom had the damn shelter that was being funded by that money.
Right.
Veronique, she was
straight,
getting ready to have this nigga baby. They got businesses and all types of investments and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Leon, who Franklin could have just X'd out of the whole operation a couple seasons ago, brought his ass back. Because he was fucked up for a minute.
Yep.
Franklin, got him situated. Mm-hmm. Louis and
Jerome,
niggas, he put y'all on, and then y'all talking about I want to do my own thing. It wasn't even Jerome, it was Louis.
Yep.
It was Louis, and I blame
chicks
Louis.
In your ear.
I blame Louis for Jerome's death, because bitch,
it's your fault.
It's your fault. Franklin. No, it's your fault.
Your fault.
None of this shit would have happened. None of it would have happened if you ain't want to be the top damn dog.
There's a lot of underlining lessons here. Yeah. As soon as you don't do what the white man wants,
it's over for you.
It's over for you. Like, no, it was a.
I put a top 10. Don't get fucking involved with the white man
at all.
In the first place.
I put like a top 10 lessons from the Snowfall and Power. You know what I'm saying? It's like 10 things. Mm-hmm. 10 things. Like I said, don't be greedy. Pay everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What else I put? I put some good stuff in there, man. But like, don't. But my last one was a good one. Just don't be thinking that you a kingpin. You just a pawn in the white man's game.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Always.
Don't believe your own hype.
Anytime you doing business with, and that's
You know what I'm saying?
Power, Snowfall, The
Yep.
Wire.
Don't mix family with business. Don't mix business with pleasure. Like all that, man.
And don't mix family with business. And Franklin shit was a family run operation.
Yeah, all kinds of
Bruh,
fucked up.
this nigga keeping his mama and everything fucked him up. Cause why the fuck did you even bring her?
Yeah.
Nigga, see, this the dumb shit that be pissing me off about a lot of characters. You know she been wanting revenge this whole time. She gotta have it in her mind that I'ma kill this nigga.
Yep.
Have that conversation with her.
Yeah.
Bitches, you strapped. You got a gun on you. What why did you want to come?
Yeah.
How is you gonna fucking protect me from the CI goddamn A?
Hey, I'm
Talking
telling
about
you,
some, I'm coming with you to make sure
they don't kill you.
Nigga, you ain't gonna stop them. You gonna stop the CIA from killing me?
Man.
And you get the fuck out of here. This nigga,
man.
that's the whole thing. All he worried about is that goddamn money. He ain't thinking straight. He wasn't thinking cause Teddy wasn't giving him that money.
No.
He wasn't giving him all the money. But Teddy in the fight for his life, he ain't got no choice. All right, I'll give you 50%. I'll give you half of it just to let me the fuck go.
Yep.
Knowing goddamn well I'm coming after you.
Yeah.
Teddy wasn't going. Yes, yeah. I'm a liar. I've been lying this whole motherfucking series.
Yeah.
I'm definitely coming after you.
Yeah.
But Franklin don't give a fuck. I want my money.
Yeah. Like the whole notion of I'm going to go off into the sunset with my drug money was just like funny. And it was like he really believed it. Like, okay, we're going to have investments and we have buildings and
you in business with the goddamn CIA.
Nigga, no.
You using a bank account that he helped set up.
Yeah, like what in the world?
Like, dog, you been dumb this whole series. We thought you was smart. But you been dumb this whole series.
There's no way. I would have, as soon as he got out of my sight, I would have took my money from there and put it somewhere else.
Like, yeah, nah. Thank you, but no thanks. Point me to the nearest bank. Matter of fact, just point me to your competitor.
Yeah. Shoot.
There's no fucking way.
Wouldn't have been in my name, would have been in a lockbox, something.
Yeah, and he thinking that they like the whole fucking this whole season was him trying to get that money back. But they tried to do it by sneaking it out, like finding the paper trail. But come on, man, you really think he gonna leave a paper trail for you to find the money?
Right.
This nigga, he at the end of the paper trail, I'm gonna withdraw, I'm gonna move it. Like, nigga, they can do that. Write me a check for $73 million. Cash me out. Close this account.
Yeah. Well, man, hey.
Because if you do a wire transfer, that's traceable.
Right.
Write me a check for $73 million.
Crazy, man.
And close this fucking account.
Like I said, if anybody's watching these shows, it's like there's a lot of serious flaws. And not saying that I'll be absolutely perfect or I'd actually even know how to do half of the stuff they did in these shows, but there's a lot of flaws.
You know what's pissing me off about the reaction, though? People saying that the ending, like for Franklin, was unrealistic.
Why? What you mean?
Like, because he ended up a bum on the streets. Like, this nigga was a hustler the whole episode. You mean to tell me he can't bounce back?
No.
Bruh. How? With what?
Yeah. You lost all your money.
The money that he was trying to get back was funding that fucking investment shit that he was on.
Right.
The one where where is that black dude from? Where do we know him from?
Which one?
The dude that came and tried to buy his steaks.
Oh, from 21 Jump Street. Mr. Davis. Hey, that's what he was the old
police TV show?
Yeah.
Nigga, what recently do we know him from?
Oh, I don't know. That's what I know him from.
I never watched 21 Jump Street.
You never watched that?
Oh,
good show.
I bet it is. That shit wasn't out when I was a kid.
It was, dude. We the same age.
Out. It wasn't out. You was probably watching reruns.
Hey, but that's what I know him from. I don't know him from nothing else.
He was on
the Shy in Chicago or something. One year somebody.
No, he like a politician in some TV show.
Yeah, he might have been, yeah.
All right, well, yeah, but him.
Yeah, Mr. Davis, he was trying to get that stuff, man. I mean, like you said, there's no way. You know what I'm saying? Because his pride made him turn down the deal. He was like, I heard you had a few such mishaps. And he's like,
Yeah,
no, it's not for sale.
this nigga,
So,
that's all he wanted was that
but
because that was gonna set him up for the future.
but also though, what people don't realize about it was his whole thing, even from the very beginning, was to be a
Mm-hmm.
boss. He wanted to be set up. He didn't want to play by their rules. He wanted to be set up to be a boss
Mm-hmm.
and call the shots.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to let go of his property, the property he did have, I mean, he was back to square one
Mm-hmm.
and, not calling the shots. He wasn't going to do that.
He was
So,
talking about, oh, why didn't he sell it? He had cars, he had a jet, he had this. Number one, how you know he owned that jet? Number one. Number two, bruh, how you know he didn't sell the cars? He probably went through all the possessions he had, keeping that motherfucking investment alive until finally
yeah, just took this shit
they
away.
took your shit.
Yeah.
Instead of selling it, which would have it would have gave you a start to do something else. You had other like Veronique had the right plan. We got these other motherfucking investment. We got these properties that we own. We
Right.
up. Like we ain't down. We up. We just don't have no money to fund this shit anymore.
That was it.
Like, let's sell this shit and then work the money, work on
Yeah.
the other shit. Nah, he
Yeah.
wanted that.
Yeah.
That's all he cared about.
The most unrealistic shit was the fact that he really thought he could get the whole $73 million
Back.
back.
Yeah. That was
He was like,
bruh, that was a wrap.
yeah.
And it was more unrealistic to think that Peach's crackhead ass was gonna have $5 million of your
Yeah.
money. I feel so bad for Miguel.
That nigga had 12,000.
I feel so bad for Miguel.
Yeah, man.
This nigga came in there, opened that safe. He thought he was gonna get out with $12,000. Got shot in the back.
Make it look like a robbery.
Bruh, Franklin deserved everything that fucking happened. Especially after seeing him after that shit.
Yeah.
After killing him. Like, oh, nah. I don't feel bad for the nigga. I felt bad for the circumstance. Like, then when you see him, it's like, because when you see Leon in that last scene where it's like 1 year later, like, I'm thinking Wanda back.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, don't tell me Wanda back to smoking crack
Yeah.
after 3 years. The fuck?
Yeah. But I
you
like,
don't even notice that that's the house.
Nope, you don't. But I like the fact that she left. It's like, dog, if I knew shit was hot and people was looking for me and all I had to do was leave.
Well, Wanda ain't nobody looking for her.
Yeah, wasn't nobody looking for her, but still, I would leave.
Wanda left because in Africa she ain't a crackhead.
And she was okay.
No, in Africa she not a crackhead.
No.
In Compton,
that's what she was. That's what people see her as.
It don't matter how good she is.
How she
It don't matter what she do. People gonna always remember that you smoked crack.
Yep.
Nigga, even in that scene where with Franklin and Leon, he's like, did she go back to her first love? That rock?
Yeah. That was just...
So yeah, that shit was dope.
Good show, good finale.
I'm definitely going to binge that shit again.
Yeah, good show, good finale. Like I said, if anything, the true tragedy is motherfucking government funneled cocaine in the black neighborhoods, and that's why shit is fucked up. That's the true tragedy. Shit. And you use the black man as a pawn to funnel your bullshit.
And the only motherfucker that got in trouble for it was niggas.
Niggas. White man ain't never get in trouble for nothing.
And for all y'all idiots that's saying that ending is realistic, I want y'all to get in your car, start the ignition, take a stroll down to your local hood store, gas station, liquor store, barbershop, anywhere there's business. You see that nigga sitting on the corner with the tattered up pants and the fucked up jacket?
Yeah.
Talk to him.
He was somebody.
Give him $1. Give him $1.
Yeah.
And talk to him. He gonna tell you his whole life story.
He was
somebody.
Up
at some point.
Yeah.
He was up.
He was up. Big
This
time.
shit was more realistic than any fucking drug fucking TV show I've seen.
Yeah. Way more realistic than goddamn Power.
Hell yeah. Nigga, your son shot you at the club after your son shot a governor, a governor, not elect. He won the election, didn't he?
Yeah.
A governor elect
And
at the club after the fucking election party,
and you free.
and you free.
And nobody can pinpoint that you was there. No one.
And nobody come on,
Yeah.
man.
Now, Power should be called Circles. But anyway, I'm not finna diss. I'm not finna diss the show. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely just takes you round
Ghost
and
is
round.
kind of decent.
And
Have you been
round
watching
and round.
Have you watching Ghost?
Yeah, I've been watching that
It's
bullshit.
decent. It ain't bad. It ain't great, but it ain't bad.
Yeah, they follow the same
They
blueprint.
trying to follow that story. It's a hard story to follow because once the shit starts getting unrealistic, it is hard as hell to tie it back into anything that's remotely realistic.
Yeah.
They just got to start making shit up.
Hey, a new connect. Oh, we have to sell these drugs by then. A new connect. We got to still sell these. You're like,
bruh, it's so many connects. Do any of these connects know each other?
I'm telling you.
Like, where's she getting her drugs from? She ain't from Nicaragua.
Went from Mecca to the Noma lady. There's gonna be another one next season. There's supposed to be even more dangerous.
I was selling my drugs to Noma, and she was selling. Well, goddamn, all these fucking middlemen. How much can I just fucking work with you? I could have just worked with you from the beginning.
From the jump.
Like, I had to jump through hoops to get to you.
Like, shit just crazy, man.
It's dumb.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I like it, but it's dumb.
Yeah.
It's just like watching fucking The Oval. It's stupid. It's horrible writing, but it's entertaining.
It's entertaining.
Cause I gotta see what happens next. And I ain't watched The Oval in a minute, but that's one of them shows. It's like I might have to go back to.
Shit.
But yeah. I know you want to talk about this shit. The substitute teacher fighting the student.
Oh yeah. Nah, I seen it, man.
Now, you a teacher, so
yeah.
What's your take?
This is the thing. It's just empathetic, man. A lot of people just really jumped in and just was talking about how bad it was. This girl put her hands on this student, and dog, you don't know what it's like until you in there. Until you have a kid standing with you face to face, eye to eye, in front of them kids, and they showing out in front of those kids. You have to reestablish that you are the what you like to say, the authority. And that kid is like trying you. That little girl invaded that lady's space.
I gotta get that fucking.
And she put her down.
Respect my authority.
Yeah, she she put her down. And like, I ain't saying that the lady was right, but hey, she wasn't wrong either. So
I know she ain't think her ass was gonna be on the internet.
Yeah, man.
That's the only thing I'm listen. Right or wrong, the only thing I cared about was that why you at school dressed like you going to the club. Your skirt was way too fucking short.
I'm telling you,
to be a substitute teacher.
Showed all that ass. But
like,
shoot,
you supposed to have a knee length skirt on. Your shit was here.
Nah, they believe me. They want to still show that they sexy, but I tell you, from a
to
guy,
who? You in a fucking school full of 12 and 13-year-olds.
You'd be surprised.
Hey, listen, I get it. I ain't a teacher, but nigga, I get it. Who you trying to show that you sexy to? At school. At a middle school.
You right. From my perspective,
if you want to dress up like that for the principal or the gym teacher or somebody you think at the school is sexy, why don't you just ask that nigga to take you on a date or something, and then dress up sexy for him?
No.
Get the fuck.
They'll say you harassing somebody then. But
I ain't never heard nobody say a woman was harassing a man.
Oh no. They definitely told this dude he was harassing somebody, but dog, this is the thing too. Like, so I'm a calm, regular, cool ass nigga. Just think, if I'm a regular, calm, cool ass nigga, like, you really have to do something to get me riled up.
Mm-hmm.
So just think about this. I have been threatened several times by students talking about, hey, I'm gonna get somebody to come up here and punch you in the face. Just think about that. So when I say a kid can take you there, dog, they can take you there. Like, man, when it's trying to hey, all you trying to do is teach a lesson and go home.
Mhm.
You want to teach a lesson, go home. I don't want no issues. I don't want no problems. I don't want to call your parents. But hey, you had this student says, hey, I'm not finna do what you say. And I don't care what you say. And
Mhm.
if you try and take this phone, we gonna have a problem. Now,
But the phone shouldn't be allowed in the schools anyway.
well, but the thing about it is that's the one thing about it is you have people who say bring your own devices. They got that kind of policy. So the cell phone is the
Hold up.
downfall of
What
public
you mean?
school.
Bring your own devices.
Oh, dog, they
For what?
because there's certain people like either math teachers,
Like
they be
what type
like,
of device?
oh, you use your phone to like do calculations.
Fuck no. Get a calculator.
It's different. It's different. You can't do it. Everybody ain't got handheld calculators.
Everybody ain't got phones. Bro,
A lot of them do.
a calculator costs way less than a goddamn phone.
The only time you use a calculator is maybe it's on a standardized test if they allow you to do it.
See, this is the bullshit because when we were kids, calculators were provided.
Yeah,
You had a box full of them bitches
yeah.
on a teacher desk. Come
You
get
put
a
it back,
calculator
and you put it back.
and then put it back.
But these bastards won't. They be like, okay, use your device. And like I said, while
So what if a kid don't have a phone?
most of them got
But
one.
what if he don't?
Oh shit! Either they
He
might
just fucking fail.
I don't know. Well, if anything, well, with everything being computerized, they just use the laptop anyway. But you got a laptop and a phone, so you got to worry
If
about
you
it.
got a laptop, you don't need a phone. So again, the phone shouldn't be in the schools. My son has a laptop. The school provides him a laptop.
Yep.
The laptop, every Windows PC has that calculator app.
Yep.
And the calculator app, you can switch it from regular calculator to scientific. You don't believe me? Go on your own goddamn calculator. Your phone do it too. The phone calculator can do that too.
Hey, I'm just letting you know.
But this is what I'm saying. If the schools provide the laptops, then the student don't need a phone for a calculator. You got a calculator right there.
Well, by middle
Put your
school,
phone in your locker and leave it there. No, leave your phone at fucking home. No, because you might need your fucking phone to call your parents or whatever. I don't know why you
well,
have a phone. Leave that shit in the locker.
by middle school, I would say a good ratio be 6 out of 10 kids have a phone.
Yeah.
By high school, everybody got a phone. So it is definitely a losing battle.
Mhm.
And it's a losing battle. Why? Because you'll have a teacher that'll be on their phone. And because there's no distinction between child and
Teachers shouldn't
adult,
have phones.
you telling a grown person they shouldn't be able to contact whoever they need to contact. So
I'm telling an employee that while you're on the while you're in your class working, your phone should not be on your person.
well,
Breaks and all that shit, bruh. Nigga,
you see how that worked for you. I'm just
if you
telling you.
if you worked in a factory, they make these people lock their phones up because you can't have it on the floor. Certain call centers, you can't have your phone on the floor. A lot of businesses, you
All right.
cannot have your phone because, nigga, I want you to be productive. You can't be productive if you going.
I'll just tell you, dog. You got grown folks who feel like they need to be on their stuff. So,
Nah,
now
fuck
that's
all that.
the fundamental bad part of that argument. You'll have a grown person who you see them checking whatever they checking or contacting whoever they need to contact
And then
while they sitting there,
that's why the fucking kids think they can do it
and then the
because
kid does it.
the teacher in the class on their phone. So why I can't be on mine?
Well, then that's their logic. So then, of
Bro,
course,
that's logic.
well,
If the teacher in class on their fucking phone,
but as an adult,
fuck that. You an employee.
no,
Bruh.
I'm trying to tell you.
During class.
Man, well, hey, while they in their work period and this person is on their phone, they checking whatever text or whatever may come through. Then of course that kid may pull out their phone. That kid, their grade is dependent upon finishing this assignment. But while they not doing this assignment, they playing on their phone. They on TikTok. They may be making
But
a
you
TikTok.
can't really blame the kid for playing on their phone
Yes,
if the
you can.
teacher is on their phone in the classroom
Yes, you
too?
can. You don't know what that person on their phone for.
I don't care what he on his phone for.
I'm trying
What
to
if
tell
all
you.
right.
You can't do
You
that.
on your phone. The kid's supposed to be doing an assignment or whatever. What if the kid has a question because he don't understand?
look
Where
it
is
up.
teaching? Where the fuck is teaching
What?
in the schools? Where is teaching? Where's
You're
the
still
teaching part?
teaching.
How are you teaching if you on your phone?
You're still teaching.
How if you're on your phone?
You're still teaching. You're not sitting there teaching and trying to lecture the class while you got your phone, while you handling it there. After you've discussed and presented the lesson or whatever, and you sitting at your desk and you checking whatever you checking, and of course the substitute ain't even doing that much. But this kid is over there, he got an assignment, you know what the teacher, the full-time teacher expects of you, and you sitting over there tappity on your phone or you want to listen to music. If that teacher say, hey, you need to put that phone up, you gotta
That's
put that
different.
phone
That's
up.
different from what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
No, ain't
You
nobody
said
doing that while they just teaching, man. Like
okay,
holding
that's
the
what I'm
phone.
saying. Like that's where we got to that part of the conversation. Like you talking about the teachers got phones. Like dog, the teachers got phones. Why
So,
wouldn't a student think it's okay for them to have a phone?
so the point of the matter is when somebody violates your space and you feel like, hey, what am I gonna do? Now everybody can say all that professional stuff until somebody's in your space. If somebody say, all right, you say, hey man, give me your phone. You say no. This kid walks up to you. He right up here.
Well, that's not. I'm not even arguing
All
that.
right,
I don't even
well,
give a
all
fuck.
right,
That's the part that I didn't have no problem with.
all right.
I ain't got no problem with. I don't have no problem with the fight. Did she go a little overboard?
Yeah, she did. She did.
She beat that child ass.
Yeah,
Like you went a little overboard.
but hey,
But like I said,
on
my
that
biggest thing was her tire, and that's it. Like
yeah,
I understood the fight. Like shit,
shit happened.
you got swung on. You went into defense mode,
Yep.
and it ain't like she did kind of beat on her, but then that she stopped and she said, "Get a teacher."
Yep.
Like she and it went from beating on her to
Yeah.
holding her down.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But I did notice her ass was out the whole
Yeah.
damn
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not
But
gonna fucking
but
deny
it's just a hard stance, and like honestly, it's a tug of war between teacher and student, and of course the teacher does always, probably gonna get the blame for everything. But man, just
so anytime an adult fights a child, they
yeah,
gonna get the
no,
blame.
teachers to blame, and but thing is, stop condoning these kids' badass behavior. Like just stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes your child is wrong.
Yeah, I'm no in that situation,
Sometimes.
that kid was dead ass wrong. Sit your
Yeah.
ass down. You're not supposed to be on the phone. Give me the phone. I'm taking the phone. You'll get it back
Yeah.
after class.
That's it. I definitely don't want to hold you shit because if
Hey,
it's
bro,
lost.
we've been in class where like, we didn't have phones, but we brought shit to school that we shouldn't have brought to school. You remember Pogs?
Yep.
I got a bunch of Pogs taken away from me in the 8th grade. I ain't fight no teacher over it.
And give me my paw back.
We wasn't even doing nothing. You, he he playing Pogs too. Why you ain't take his? That was the gist of the conversation.
Crazy.
You'll get him back after class. All right.
Straight up. Hey, some of these kids just need a couple of these.
Punk ass teacher didn't give me my shit back though, but I saw his son with one of my goddamn slammers.
Boy, you crazy.
I be having to fucking edit these shits out, and I don't be wanting to. But when I say shit like that, I have to.
Yeah.
Timestamp that shit. 58 minutes. Next.
All right, where we at? Let's run through them.
Rape incest victims must show proof to get exception to Florida's new abortion ban.
Florida, stay fucking up. Stay fucking up. Florida, this is for you. Stay fucking up.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing to say about that. It's an abortion ban.
It's crazy.
What are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Abortion's illegal in fucking Florida. What are you gonna do?
Craziness.
What are you gonna do? You're going to have to, like, all right. Let's say you did get raped. Not you, but let's say a woman did get raped.
Pause moment.
And she found out she was pregnant. How do you show that proof?
Ain't no way to show it.
Let's say a woman does get raped, but she's not a virgin. She's sexually active, and the date before she got raped, she did have consensual sex.
Okay.
And she gets pregnant.
I mean, that's an interesting scenario, but damn.
Let's say a woman doesn't get raped. She has consensual sex, and she gets pregnant, and she wants an abortion badly.
Right. It's like, hey, we were just kicking it. This wasn't forever.
The thing I don't like about this law is that rape accusations are going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
And it's going to be
falsely accused.
Some consenting adults. It's going to be women that consented to sex charging the motherfucker who they consented to sex with for raping them just because they want an abortion.
Yeah. Makes sense. Epic fail, Florida. Epic fail.
I just want to say this to all the women in the world. You have all the power.
Yep.
You have all the power. We can't have sex with you without your consent. We can't shoot the club up without your consent. I can't stick my unprotected penis inside you unless you say it's cool.
Right.
Tell them niggas to wrap it up if you don't want a baby. Tell them niggas to wrap it up anyway because you don't know if y'all not getting tested.
Yeah, all
so
that.
You don't know if this nigga got AIDS, herpes,
heebie-jeebies,
fucking sickle cell. I don't know. Sickle cell's not
syphilis.
Syphilis. That's what I was thinking of. I'm sorry. You don't know what they got.
I don't know what you got, though.
Don't be out there saying Veezy says sickle cell is sexually transmitted. I know it's not. All right. I misspoke.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I don't like that shit. 84-year-old Andrew Lester charged with first-degree assault and armed criminal action in the shooting of 16-year-old Ralph Yates.
Good. Hell yeah.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Hell yeah. Justice be done, please.
I don't believe his story.
Who, the white man?
Yeah.
No.
Well, nigga was knocking at your door because you walked up there with a gun. You saw him tugging on the door, on the outside screen door. So you shot him?
Yeah, no. And the nephew of the
his
guy,
grandson.
Yeah, said it. I'm not surprised that happened.
Yeah, my granddad's a racist. Everybody knows that.
Everybody
knows that nigga
how he
racist.
feels about him.
He don't like you niggas.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised he shot that motherfucker.
I
stand with the.
I stand with the
dude.
Klan.
Looked like a little mixed child. Dude looked like a little mixed child that was shunned by Grandpappy Yates.
Yeah.
Oh, Grandpappy Lester. My bad. So he's quick to run to the granddad's a racist. That nigga don't fuck with me. So I know he racist.
Yep.
He called my dad a nigger last week.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah, man. Nah, fuck that, man. Take your ass to jail. Jalen Hurts signs a 5-year, $255 million contract
Congrats to that
with
man.
$178 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid player in NFL history.
Good.
For the time being.
Good.
I say for the time being because the next quarterback that gets
Yeah,
a check
just get even higher.
Yep.
Yeah, stick it to him, dog. Good.
Get your money. Now, what do you think this says for number 8, Lamar Jackson?
I think it just kind of sucks for him to continuously see his co-workers getting the deals that they're supposed to get, and you've basically shown, above all else, that you're just as good as these guys. Maybe you don't have the hardware of Super Bowl, but you're just as good, and the franchise that you're with will not come to the table. So it's just bad to see it because you're watching. Hey, he's getting paid. He's getting paid. Why can't I get paid? It's terrible.
And it's just gonna keep going up. Like quarterbacks are just gonna keep making more and more and more and more and more money. The more success these guys have, the more money they're gonna make.
That's it.
And the higher the cap goes, the higher the salary is gonna go. Teams tie a bunch of money in the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
If you notice, a lot of these teams, they suck because their money is tied up in a quarterback
who didn't pan out.
Didn't pan out, or who's good, but he ain't got no support around him because he got all the money.
Yep.
Man, this team sucks. Well, we paying you. You want to take a pay cut so we can pay this wide receiver that you want? No. Fuck that. I want my money. Well, then there it is. And that's what it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
While you got all the money, this team gonna suck. So that's what it is. But shout out to Jalen Hurts. Get your money, dog. Mm-hmm. Oklahoma sheriff officials suspended for talking about killing reporters and lynching black residents.
Again, when you mic'd up and you say how you really feel, there you go.
What we said, survey says, yes, the fuck they are.
Yes, the fuck they are. Absolutely.
Racist ass shit. A black father was criticized for teaching his 11-year-old son how to drive his 18-wheeler and letting him drive in between loads.
Undue criticism. Guess what? They drive them white folks, them rednecks. They got their kids driving them trucks early as hell.
Ask any white dude that grew up on a farm how old he was when he started driving.
I'm telling
that nigga
you.
was like 9. He been driving that tractor all his life.
So like, what we talking about?
That motherfucker was born driving a tractor.
Hey.
Shit. But we want to criticize a black father for teaching his son a skill.
Point blank.
And that little nigga was whipping that bitch too. Shit. Hey, man, he turned 18. We know exactly where he going. Straight to the motherfucker. Hey, I can already drive a truck.
Hey.
Put me on.
That's it.
An Egyptian lawyer is suing Netflix over the release of Queen Cleopatra, where the queen is depicted as a black woman.
I saw that. People are so worried about authenticity, but no one really knows the true race of Cleopatra. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you know the reference of being from Egypt or whatever, like if they have some black roots, like why do people have a problem? You know what I'm saying?
White people have a problem because they want Cleopatra to be white. Yeah, they want to justify Elizabeth Taylor playing Cleopatra. Which, all right, yeah, if she was Macedonian Greeks weren't even considered white back then.
No.
Olive skin, nigga, you ever seen an olive? That shit down like green.
Mm-hmm. Well, they definitely wasn't pale.
What about black olives? So what kind of olives are we talking about?
Hey.
You ever seen a green person?
Hey.
Come on, olive skin.
She's probably some some mixed looking woman. Shoot, that's why. What's his name? What my man named? Mark Anthony wanted that coochie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Try to look.
She was
Around this
probably
bitch,
ethnic.
you know what I'm saying? Around this bitch looking like Alicia Keys.
She might not have been South Saharan African, but she had some. She had some melanin in her, dog, and it really shouldn't even fucking matter. She wasn't white.
That's it.
She wasn't British. She wasn't Anglo-Saxon.
That's all there is to it.
And that's what it is. That's what
Live
it is.
with it.
So, and if anything, she did have Persian in her, and nobody knows who the fuck her mom is.
Nobody.
And the argument ain't that. The argument ain't that. Let me put it this way. The argument is that she wasn't a bastard. She wasn't illegitimate because she was the queen.
Right.
Right? All right. But who has the power of legitimizing her? Her fucking father.
Yep.
Wherever the king or queen was before her.
Right.
Motherfuckers legitimize their children all the fucking time. So what?
Yeah. So hey, we'll see what happens.
She could have had an Egyptian mother. We don't know who the fuck her mother was. It ain't confirmed that her dad's wife was her mother.
Right.
Whatever, man. I don't even give a fuck, dog.
Nope.
Can we get over the fucking obsession of Cleopatra?
Hey.
Can we start talking about African queens?
Yeah.
Like, let's make a movie about the Queen of Sheba.
All right.
I'll pay to watch that movie. Mm-hmm. Prize, who is on trial for federal conspiracy, takes the stand and names himself as a federal informant.
They for like he was facing 20 years.
Is facing
20 years. Yeah. Well, is facing 20 years. Of course, we're 40. He's got to be at least in his 50s right now. That means that he'll be in there for the rest of his remaining of his life, most of it.
You are a bitch ass nigga.
I mean, shoot, hey, do what you got to do, homeboy. Do what you got to do.
Did you see the fight last night?
Yeah.
Let's get to that.
Great fight. It seemed like Garcia was trying to rough him up when basically Tank was just setting a trap. So it ended the way I wanted it to end. And he called him.
I called that shit. I said it was gonna be a knockout on the show last week. But I talked to my dog like a few hours before the fight. I said he finna go down from a body shot. This nigga built like my pinky, dog. This nigga is not. You can't handle Tank power.
Yeah. He like I said, he's like he got sledgehammers in both hands.
Took 2 liver shots in the 4th round. Why do y'all think this nigga wasn't gonna go down from a body shot? 7th round. I said 6th when I was talking to him, but then I was like, I don't like even numbers, so let's say 7th. 7th round. And it was so quick. You barely saw it. They had to slow it down to actually show you what the fuck happened. It was that fucking quick.
Yeah.
But he got that much. It was a straight left, right up under the motherfucking rib cage, right where your liver at. Bruh. He took that. He thought he ate that shit.
He thought he did.
And it was like, wait a minute. Nigga, dialysis.
Hey. Yeah, I was entertained by it. It was a good fight.
That was a good ass fight, man. I give credit to Ryan Garcia. He did have his moments.
Yeah. I don't think he's done by a long shot.
I'm gonna say it like this: Tank not the greatest defensive fighter where he's not gonna get hit. So, a decent boxer can get him in trouble, but you got to be aware of that power.
Yeah. I'd say if it was to go another way, he would have to stay on the outside and box him. If you're going to try to knock him out, Yeah, he's just gonna catch you slipping like he did.
Yeah, it's the way to beat Tank is you're gonna have to fucking take it to the 12th. Don't try to knock him out.
Yeah,
You get caught slipping.
because he throwing them hammers right at you.
He waiting for them left hooks. Y'all keep trying to hit him with left hooks. He waiting for them.
Yeah,
We saw that shit. He ducked like 6 of Garcia's left hooks.
and he took away dude jab. You thinking that he was trying to jab him? Every time he throws something right after it. So it's almost like, okay, when I'm in there trying to lunge with my jab, I
feign that shit and come right back with it.
Yeah, because it's like he can come back with his straight left.
That's the trouble. That's the trouble with fighting southpaws in the first place. You can't just jab their ass because nigga, you jabbing them to they jab hand.
Yeah,
you're not jabbing to their guard hand. You jabbing their jab hand. They duck back and come right back with it.
And he hit him with a straight left too, a couple times. So it's like when you hit somebody a couple times when they in range, it makes you a little weird to keep on trying to press the issue.
I'm telling you, when he had that, it was a left right left combination, and I want to say it was the 4th round, but it might have been the 3rd. Just straight body, like he ducked under a fucking when Garcia was damn near turned around, and he hit him with that bow bow.
Yep,
bruh. The first one went to his liver, the second one went to his kidney. Bruh, I'm surprised he didn't go down then. And then Tank already knocked him down in the second. Bruh, it just didn't look promising for Garcia. They gave you the first round. I did. One of them motherfuckers said that shit was a tie.
Yeah.
Like, they was giving you the first round. 2, 3, 4, and 5. No. When they gave you the 6th, and then you went down in the 7th.
Yeah.
So that was a good ass fight. Good ass fight. Glad my dog Tank won. Is he the face of boxing now?
I would like to say so. I would like to say so. I think Devin Chaney and Shakur Stevenson have a
Devin Haney.
Yeah, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, they got more to do. They got more to do till they get his kind of recognition on the big stage.
Who's Tank's next fight?
Should be the winner out of Lomachenko and Devin Haney.
Them two?
Out of them two. Now, the lightweight division is heating up. 135 is heating up. They taking a lot of shine.
Bruh, it's a good division.
And they got some, like I said, got some real boxing going on.
It's a good division. I want to see that Haney Loma fight.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
definitely pulling for Haney. But Loma is a tougher fight. It's a tough fight for anybody. So, yeah, that's gonna be a good one. You think? Because I was talking to my boy. He said, Shakur has probably got the best chance of beating Tank.
Dog, I seen his last fight. If you see the way he connects, he's so accurate and so fast. He's really like, I've heard people say it before, like how they said AB was the second coming of Mayweather. Stevenson deserved. Shakur Stevenson.
Who was the second coming of Mayweather?
They try to say Adrian Broner was.
Oh, yeah.
But he just too cocky, too wild, stands too wide.
I never saw it, but
they wanted it to be because just the brash, the attitude.
Yeah, he was the second coming of the braggadocious type.
Yeah, but he had the speed. He had some speed, but Stevenson, the way he be in the pocket and the way he willing to fight on the inside and tag you with the speed, and he definitely got power in both hands. Like, he's nice. Stevenson the real deal. Like he's going somewhere.
Damn, Josh Gordon in the XFL. All right. Yeah, I think that's the fight I want to see. I think he'll get past Loma or Haney, whichever one is next. But I want to see him fight Shakur.
Yeah.
Well, all right, let's get to today's question of the day, man. Since we talking about boxing, when was your first fight and did you win? Your first real fight?
Like I said, probably like 6th grade, and yeah, I won, but I felt like an asshole. Because it wasn't because I was mad. It's because somebody just dared me to hit him.
That was a fight, or you just hit somebody?
It was a fight. It was a fight.
Was
But
it
it
a
was
fight
in
after
class.
because you hit him, or was it a fight?
No, it was a hit fight because I hit him.
So
Because it was like I hit him multiple times after that. And it was dumb. And I felt bad.
why they dare you to hit him? Was there an
I don't-
argument that like what?
I don't even know. I can't even remember, man.
Like nigga just said hit him.
I think might have been something. Maybe might have been some back and forth, but it was just dumb. Like I wasn't even mad. Like I was like I'm connecting. I'm hitting him, but and then I think I turned my back and he tried to tackle me, and because he tackled me, they say I lost. So I was like, I hit him like 10 times. So it was okay. I felt it was whack.
Was his face swollen up? Or?
I mean, I always look at his face in 6th grade, but I just felt like I felt like a retard though. Like I'm hitting somebody for no reason.
You felt like you won.
Yeah, hit him like 10 times, and he just
Alright.
tackled me at the end. It's just like, but I felt like an idiot because I wasn't mad. I wasn't even mad at all.
Then why you hit him?
Stupid.
I
Stupid.
dare you to hit this nigga. All right.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't, just dumb. Like,
You must have didn't like him in the first place.
I guess not.
It gotta be.
Yeah, I guess not.
Fuck
man.
that nigga. Ow. Why you hit me? I don't know.
Yeah, man. Like I said, mostly a lot of stuff. A lot of people ain't try me, man, because I guess maybe because of my size, but I ain't always been big. People just ain't trying to like. And then plus, I didn't go looking for fights like that, so I ain't got no 20-0 record.
You was the mellow dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
that's how I was. I ain't never really had no real like I fought maybe 3 times. And I only count one as a real fight in high school, like from high school and under. I only count one as a real fight because that was the only one where I was actually mad and we actually squared up and there was actually something that happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think it was either 6th or 7th grade. I'm waiting for the bus. We had to ride 2 buses to school. I had one that picked me up from my house, dropped us off at the high school, and at the high school is where we all got on the bus to take us to the middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So we waiting at the high school to get on the bus, and I don't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all I heard was he just called you a nigga. I said, what? Mind you, I went to a predominantly white school.
Oh yeah.
I said, what? Like you said what? And the dude said, he said, shut up, nigga. I pushed him. Turned around. We squared up. Scooped him. Bus came. Get off of him. All right. Fight's over.
That's it. End of it.
Little skinny ass white kid, man. Like, why?
Like what was that?
What was your purpose of? You just wanted to see what was gonna happen.
I guess.
Now you on the bus in your face already. And I'm not saying that like I'm some tough ass nigga. The dude wasn't a tough guy.
Right.
We was 2 skinny ass little white boys, and I think they instigated the whole thing because I don't know what they told him about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They want to get your reaction.
Yeah. So I think it was just like some 8th graders that wanted to see a fight that day.
Yeah.
And then started to sow some discord. Because I never had a problem with that kid before. I had a problem with you today because they said you called me a nigga. Yeah. And I'm tired of this shit.
There we go.
Y'all been calling me niggas all fucking year.
That's a good
so the next one that say it, get in these hands.
Get in these hands. Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, man. Now we are at the point of the show where we go through these top damn 5s.
All right.
We almost up out of here, bro. I want to know, what are your top 5 struggle meals?
1, potted meat and saltine crackers. All right. Definitely spam.
Mm-hmm.
Spam sandwich. Fried spam sandwich. Straight cereal.
Straight cereal.
Cereal.
No milk.
Yeah, just straight cereal. Definitely the Miracle Whip sandwich.
Uh-huh.
A Miracle Whip sandwich with cheese. That is a pretty good one. And number one, when I was in school, me and my roommate, we had tortilla chips and jelly.
Tortilla chips and jelly.
Yep. Salty with a little bit of sweetness.
Wow.
Yep. That's all I had left.
I actually like that.
Tortilla chip. Because it's salty and you like the sweetness of the jelly.
Because that's like saltines. You know, I used to make saltine peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yep, we did that.
I used to make them.
Yep.
You know, but because you had the salty, and then you had the sweetness of the jelly, and the peanut butter is like the in between that combines the flavors.
Yep.
So I get that, but it was just jelly and
tortilla chips.
wow.
We had nothing. Calf was closed.
He was broke as fucking college.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't putting noodles on my motherfucking struggle list. Fuck them.
Right.
Because that's the number one struggle meal for everybody. But after a point, it's like, nah, I have motherfucking is it flashbacks? Nightmares of that shit. You have to survive on ramen noodles.
Hey.
Bruh, you got to a point where you had meals off them shits. But let me give you my top 5, man. Number 5, grilled cheese sandwiches, of course.
Right.
Number 4 is a recipe that me and my brother and sister made up in like the 3rd grade, bologna pizza. It's white bread, ketchup, bologna that we chopped up to make it look like pepperoni, and cheese. Throw that shit in the microwave, bologna pizza.
Oh, that's sweet.
That shit used to be so nasty, but it was good as fuck.
You hungry?
Hell, that nigga was hungry as fuck, but hey, we eat that shit. Want some pizza? Hell yeah. Number 3, cinnamon toast. Same thing, same kind of deal. Bread, butter, cinnamon, sugar. Throw that bitch in the oven. Cinnamon toast. Number 2 is I had fried bologna sandwiches.
Definitely.
And then I thought about it and was like beans and rice. But then I was like, you know what? We didn't really have beans and rice when I was a kid. That was more of a fucking adult struggle meal. So I went back to my childhood and said fried bologna sandwiches. Everybody had to cut that bitch in the middle so the bubble would go down. Yeah. And number 1, my all-time favorite struggle meal that I still eat to this day, peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh yeah.
That'll never. That shit shouldn't even count as a struggle. That's lunch.
No. Yeah.
When Smuckers makes the little peanut butter and jelly thing, when Smuckers makes them, you know peanut butter and jelly made it. But it's cheap as hell.
Yep, and it does what it need to do.
And it packed with protein, got just enough sugar. You can't ever go wrong with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm hungry. I need a snack. We got bread. We got peanut butter. We got jelly.
We all right.
We good.
Straight up.
We fucking great. Black-owned business for the day is Blackify. Blackify. And I actually have it up. Ha! Blackify is an inclusive personal care brand built to inspire consciousness in the Black community. So basically, it's like body washes and shampoos and stuff like personal care shit.
Okay.
And then, of course, Black owned, dope. We ain't here to sell you on the motherfucker. I'm not advertising. We shouting them out. Y'all can go look them up. It's Blackify. And the Instagram is actually by Blackify. So BUYBLACKIFY. And their website, they got Linktree, linktr.ee / by Blackify, just like the Instagram. So, Dope ass shit. Go check them out. Cop some shit. Go ahead with your last words.
Yeah, man. What was our main topic today?
Shit, I don't know.
Oh yeah, privacy
Privacy is a privilege.
Oh yeah. Well, again, it's just a simple fact that your privacy is afforded as it pertains to things that are not conflicting with your safety. So, as far as hey, dude, does a child have the decent expectation of privacy? Yes, as it pertains to putting on clothes, whatever. But when it comes to using these devices and different things, in which a parent needs to be aware and informed of what you may be doing, no, no, because we still have to do our jobs and we still have to guide our child in the way in which they should go. So it's definitely a touchy subject, but no.
I'm gonna take it a different route.
Okay.
Stop telling parents what to do just because you experienced trauma as a child.
There you go.
Just because parents discipline their children one way, it don't mean that it negates your trauma and that the story that you need to tell is valid. These kids need discipline. They don't need buddies. They don't need their parents to be their buddies. They got friends at school. You are charged with raising them into being decent human beings. And part of raising them into being decent human beings is infringing on their privacy a little bit to make sure they're not doing dumb shit that's going to embarrass you, your family, and them. So, yeah, if a parent decides to take the door off their badass child's bedroom, then that's their business. The kid probably did something to warrant it. And if it comes to a point where it's done in a manner where the kid didn't deserve it, then that's the business between the kid and the parent and the government, not you. Stay out of it.
That's it.
Stop. Because a lot of y'all ain't even parents. A lot of y'all just got trauma and you want to take that out on the world because your parents did some fucked up shit to you.
Yep.
That sounds like a you problem. Don't bring that to me and mine. Because I'm going to discipline my kids however the fuck I see fit. And I don't give a goddamn what the internet got to say about that shit.
Come on.
Know what I mean? If I feel like taking a door off the hinges, I'm going to take a door off the hinges. If I feel like taking TVs out the goddamn room, I'm going to take TVs out the goddamn room. If I feel like changing the password to the goddamn Xbox because nigga bringing home Fs, I'm changing the password to the Xbox until that F is off that fucking report card.
That's it.
You feel me?
That's it.
Punishment is a part of discipline. Just as much as reward is. With all that being said,
Yes, sir.
live in love like it's your last. Live in love like it's all you have. If you like this episode, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell. Share this shit to your friends. Comment and let us know how we doing. We love y'all.
Hey.
This has been the Fuck That Shit Dawg podcast.
Boy, you crazy. Yo, we out.